Relatives of the Titanic disaster victims have travelled to Canada to pay tribute to their ancestors on the 100th anniversary of the tragedy this weekend. A Sydney-born engineer was among those who died and was laid to rest at a Nova Scotia cemetery.
The Canadian port city of Halifax is where Titanic's timeless story ends. Here at one of 3 cemeteries, 120 victims were laid to rest, row upon row, all bearing the same date, April 15, 1912. It was from here the recovery effort was launched. 336 of the 1,500 victims were pulled from the ocean, but many were never identified, like until recently the tomb belonging to an unknown toddler.
There were 53 children died when the Titanic went down, and there was only the body of one small child recovered.
But thanks to DNA and a pair of tiny leather shoes, a few days ago, little Sidney Goodwin's name was finally placed on his grave. The biggest tombstone here belongs to Australian Arthur Gordon McRae. The 32-year-old engineer from Sydney was one of 6 Aussies on board. 4 died.
The cross was subscribed by his family and friends here in Sydney.
John Cowper grew up knowing just the bare details of his great-uncle's final journey. 18 years ago, he decided to learn more.
Obviously, it hit the family incredibly when the telegram arrived that he'd lost his life on the ship.
No doubt Hollywood has helped keep the legend alive. Some young tweeters were surprised to hear it's a true story. This has become one of the most visited tombstones here, J. Dawson. A lot of people mistakenly think it belongs to Jack Dawson, the fictional character played by Leonardo DiCaprio in the movie Titanic. It actually belongs to Joseph Dawson, a 23-year-old Irishman, a coal trimmer. Still, the mingling of fact and fiction has made sure the stories of those laid to rest here didn't die with them. In Halifax, Canada, Mike A. Moore, 7 News.